Welcome back everyone to the XHL. In this video, we are going to get up all the way to February, get to see some statistics, get to see some standings, see what teams are playing hot, which teams are playing well, really vying for the playoffs, and we've got a lot of rivalries happening here in this episode, guys. We've got Seattle, Tucson taking each other on right now. We're going to watch Kansas City against Dakota, and then we're going to shift out. As the last game of the episode is going to be Richmond against Baltimore. So let's get it underway. We've got Esperance with a goal here, his 5th of the season. Seattle's up to a 1-0 lead. Let's see what we got going on here now. We've got some nice passing. Ooh, a little traffic up front, and a goal here for Rob Romero. So the defense for Tucson really let Lion Trees down, and Rob Romero here with a goal. Then out is a 2-0 lead for Seattle. Next period, second period. Look at this passing all the way right up front. That's Rob Romero again. He seems to find a way to get some traffic in front of Lion Trees, and he finds himself with another goal. Number 2 there for Romero. Look at this shot by the defenseman, Nasharov, with the goal. He is known for his offense, which is kind of cool. We don't have a lot of those any longer, but it's, well, in this sport anyway, in this XHL. NHL gets a little bit more offensive now than in years past. But Tucson will get a goal now. That's Langlois with the goal, but it might be a little bit too late. We do have a really nice move by Buck Wilson getting another goal for Tucson, his 3rd of the season. I would have expected Buck Wilson to have more goals at this point in the season. We're about halfway through, and you know, heading into the All-Star break, only having 3 goals, not too good. I know that he's got the game, and I think he had a lot of goals last year too. So he was one of the top offensive pieces for Tucson. So it's just interesting. It's just interesting to see the difference between year 1 and now year 2. So we'll see. We'll track him. We'll see how he's going to do in this couple of simulation games, and see how he's going to do in February. You know, you've got February, March, you got April left to go, so he's still got time to kind of get those numbers where I think that they should be. But the standout here for Seattle today would be Corey Jaguar. He had 3 assists today, so he really distributed the puck around for his playmakers. So he did a really good job and found the open guy, and open guy didn't miss. That's really what happened here. So let's get out to 12-2 Dakota against 8-5-1 Kansas City. Dakota they've been killing it this year. And it's like I said, being a physical team like they are, to get another offensive piece to complement Joe Casimir, the MVP of last season, they got Ibragimov. And that's been really, really helpful for their offense. He's having a pretty darn good year as a rookie. I like Dakota, man. They are looking really, really good. Plus, they're getting a lot of contributions there from Brody Bush and Dominic Wolf. So this team has now become really, really complete. They've become the complete package. They can do they can do it all. They can do everything. From offensive standpoint, from a defensive standpoint, they got a lot of things working for them. But take a look at what Kansas City's got going on. They've got a delay penalty. Dakota's got an empty net. They can afford that. They got an extra man out there. Derek Personen going in the sin bin here for tripping. They could not get off the ice at that point. They could not just touch the puck. Like Dakota just was schooling them every which way. And Morawski's going to get a goal here, number 5 on the season. And we got a turnover here by the blue line. This is Bailey with the moves on Brodeur. And that is goal number 2 for Dakota. 5th goal there for Justin Bailey. And as we move out to the second period, about 6 minutes left to go, we got another chance for Kansas City. They're moving it around here defensively. We're going to get a pass here to Perot. He's going to try to take a shot. That's going to be deflected, and Babich is going to cover it up. Dakota moving the puck around. Look at this. Right up the middle. Just a rebound again off of Brodeur, and Morawski there with number 2. Number 2 tonight. He's 1 goal away from the Hattie. Number 6 on the season for Morawski. We'll see if he can get it. Here's Casimir. Nice pass to Dominic Wolf, and we look at the moves there by Mr. Wolf. 6th goal for him, and now it is 4-0. Here's Ibragimov with a pass there. Look at Frolik over to Ibragimov again. He set the defense up. Ibragimov passed it over to Frolik. He passed it back to Ibragimov. The rest is history. 8th goal for Evgeny. And that's pretty much going to do it, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. 5-0 here. I mean, we got to see the lone goal there for Kansas City. They will score another one, but there's no point in wasting your guys' time with the highlights here. The next goal actually was Valtteri Filppula off a little rinky-dink wrist shot. So Dakota gets a win 5-2, and they just look dominant the entire game. I mean, without these 2 goals, it is a blowout. It's still a blowout, 5-2 in my opinion. A 3-goal spread in the NHL. Well, nudge nudge, the XHL. It's a blowout. It's a blowout. But Beach was good. 35-37. He was really good. It's not like Kansas City didn't put pressure on Dakota. It's just Beach just was a wall back there. And I didn't really need to feel like I should show all the highlights, because a lot of the shots that they did have, they weren't making a lot of moves on the defense. They had a lot of shots on Beach that were pretty easy to stop. It's not a knock on Beach right there, but there weren't a lot of open lanes, not a very good passing attack by Kansas City, so they didn't have a lot of ways to go attack him, I guess is the best way to classify that. But let's get to our last game of the day, and don't be fooled, guys. We're 6 minutes into the video. It's a 19-minute video simply because I'm going to be showing you guys the statistics and the standings across the XHL. Now, I'm going to go off mic when that happens because, I don't know, I just feel like it would be boring for you guys to sit there and listen to me just ramble about stats. But that's going to be for you guys to watch, and you know, if you want to see it, you can. If you want to turn off, feel free. Let's get into the highlights here. We got Lachlan Chisholm with the goal, and it was a kind of a lucky one. I don't know. It bounced off of Mancini. That's Guido Mancini, the rookie goaltender for Baltimore. And he was trying to make a play. You can't fault him for it. He was trying to do the little extra effort there. He didn't know where it was. It's just unlucky. It bounced off the post and then bounced off his back and in. And this one's going to bounce in as well. That's Derek Stepan with the goal. And he's just having a really tough time trying to recover and have some puck control. That's really what it's going to come down to for Guido here. We see another rebound by Guido. And nothing's happening here for the Redhawks. Let's go. Shane Wright's trying to make something happen. He's actually going to circle back, get in front of Guido Mancini, make a nice shot, but it's still Redhawks puck. And then we see Baltimore still can't get it out. They can't get this out of their own end. Stepan with the goal. That's just way too long in your own zone. Way too long. So Stepan with goal number 2. Here comes Darius Wilson by the boards. Little pass here to Labrie, and he gets a goal. So the XHL today, the games that I'm showing you guys, have been blowouts. Every game has been a blowout. It has not been close. Braden Hauser, by the way, is working on a possible shootout. So is it like baseball where you don't say that if there's a no-hitter happening, because then it does, right? Dare I say this, right? We got 22 seconds left to go. Braden Hauser still in line for a shutout, but 3 seconds, 2, 1. He makes the save, but oh, it rebounded off a skate. It could have gone in, but good reflexes. Good reflexes by Braden Hauser, and congratulations, my man. You just pitched a shutout on the Baltimore Biscuits. So unfortunately for the Biscuits, you know, I think they also need another offensive piece. It worked for Dakota. They became more of a complete package team because of it. Now with Baltimore, they've been known for their offense. That's kind of what they do. They're a really good passing team. Didn't look like it much today. And I don't want to make, you know, too much of a knee-jerk reaction to that. But if you're a Baltimore fan, I think you need to clamor there to the XHL ambassadors that are inside our Discord to try to make a trade with someone to get another offensive piece. They've got 114 goals scored. And if you can take a look at the rest of the XHL, if you pause the video, that's not a lot of goals. Like, take a look at South Dakota. Or, not South Dakota. They are known as the Dakota Demons. 143. 163 for Houston. 116 for Kalamazoo. Remember, Kalamazoo was one of the worst teams last year. So if we end up sorting by goals for, Baltimore would be near the middle of the pack. Maybe towards the bottom half of the pack. So I think if they want to get better, and I'm picking on them a little bit, but if they wanted to get better, they want to have a better season, really take that to the next step, I think you got to go after another offensive piece. Standings-wise, let's talk about that real quick. There are no one-loss Eastern Conference teams. Tampa Bay would be the closest one to that with 10 losses on the season. Which means it could be one or two reasons. It could mean that the Western Conference is easier for the top dogs, or those top dogs are really just that good. I don't really know which one it is. It's kind of too early to tell still. So you could go at it and you could look at it two different ways. I'm going to choose to look at it like those top dogs are really that freaking good. Now on the Eastern side, I think that you got a lot of teams that are very competitive, that they're kind of beating each other up. But hey, you know, to each his own. If you guys want to look at it a different way, that's fine. Numbers are numbers. You want to analyze it a different way? Cool. Guys, that's going to do it for the video. In the next couple minutes, actually the next 9 minutes, I'm showing you the statistics for each and every team across the XHL. That includes the non-custom teams. And basically from this point, the XHL ambassadors are actually going to be looking at and voting on who they think should make the All-Star game. So from their voting, you know, we're going to take 12 forwards for the East and 12 forwards for the West, 6 defensemen, 2 goalies, so on and so forth. So they're going to vote. They're going to let me know who they think should make it. I would love to know what your guys' thoughts are in the comment section of who you think should make it. But then again, that would require you to sit here and watch the next 8 minutes of stat grinding, which I don't know if a lot of people would do that. If you do, you're a true supporter of this dang series, and I appreciate you guys to every last minute. But at the end of this video, I do show the defensemen all listed out, because sometimes they get lost in the shuffle a little bit. So if you're a defenseman and you didn't see your name here, like if you're a custom player and you didn't see you come up, because I do kind of scroll pretty fast, it's also shown at the very back end of this video. So from this point, guys, next Friday will be the XHL All-Star game between the East and the West. I will also show whoever's going to win that game. They're going to be playing against the Chicago Blackhawks. I saw some comments inside the video before this one talking about, hey, I think that the team that the All-Star winner needs to play would be the Blackhawks. They're really bad. So I would agree with that, and it'd be kind of fun to see which player, which NHL caliber player is going to come over to the NHL. Just the same way that we did with Clayton Keller with Phoenix, Arizona. I keep saying Phoenix, but Arizona. I'm showing my age, guys, with the Phoenix Coyotes. So that's how that's going to work. So next Friday, expect the All-Star stream, and that's going to do it. That's going to do it, guys. And, you know, hey, if you have a custom player in this, I can't spend a lot of time, like, talking about your guy. There's over, like, 200 guys in this series as far as customs go. It's a lot. So if you know where you are, if you know where you're playing, now you know how you're doing at the halfway point of the season. So guys, that's going to do it. Leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you in the next one next Friday for the XHL All-Star festivities. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.